Update as we visit a young Louisiana man and his wife as they go through some of the most challenging times of their lives. At only 24 years old, Casey Arvell is fighting ALS. We first met the couple from Napoleonville a few months ago as they were expecting their first child. Tonight we see the beginnings of a new life while another goes through drastic changes. When Casey Arvell Jr. came into this world, there was joy and terror.
My doctor comes in and says, what we need to do right now is take him out fast. No one was telling me what was exactly going on, but they started wheeling me to the surgery room.
Sydney Arvell's pregnancy went well until delivery, when she had to undergo an emergency C-section.
I've never heard him cry the whole time I was on the table. And after I was done with surgery, they told me his cord was wrapped around his neck and he wasn't breathing on his own.
The first time I saw him, he still wasn't breathing, so I was still afraid.
The first thing that popped in my head was I could leave with no baby. Carried a baby for 9 months and he could be taken away from me.
The fear turned into relief when nurses revived the newborn.
It was everything I could ask for. It was perfect. No more worrying. I knew they were both okay and we could have our family finally.
He brings so much joy to us, and it makes me feel like I fell in love all over again. And each day my love for Casey and the baby it gets stronger and stronger every day. And I know him being here is giving Casey more strength to fight. It's a fight against ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. The mysterious condition robs patients of their ability to move, speak, and to breathe. There is no cure yet, and the disease often ends in death. When we first met the couple last November, Sydney's pregnancy was labored with worries. It's hard to think about my future because I'd rather just live day by day because I don't know what it's going to be like in my future. Now that we have a baby on the way, I don't know if he's going to be talking or walking in 9 months.
It's been almost a year and a half since Casey was diagnosed with ALS. In that short amount of time, his arms have gotten considerably weaker. He used to get around with a walker, but is now in that mechanized wheelchair. And he's noticing he's losing his voice. It's something Sydney says that keeps her up at night.
Now I think my only thing that I'm terrified of is losing his voice. Because I don't think I can live with him not be able to talk to me, because I need to hear his voice.
I try not to think about it, but I worry for her and I worry about not being able to have a conversation. With my son. But he gives me strength to keep fighting. So I believe I still will be able to talk. I'm not going to lose that.
But sometimes words are unnecessary. It's enough listening to life take form and wind being broken.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, you farted.
These moments are blessings. At 24 and 22 respectively, their young lives have been burdened by ALS, which on average turns deadly within 2 to 5 years from the time of diagnosis. Sydney and Casey understood that when they chose to have the baby and chose Casey Jr. as his name.
It was like if I ever did die or whatever, he would carry on a piece of me, but he would have regardless.
Born Easter weekend at 8 pounds 3 ounces and 21 inches long, this little boy carries the weight of his family's future, a future his parents pray will not be touched by the same cruel disease.
It's not supposed to be genetic, but it does cross my mind if one day he will get it or not, and I pray that he doesn't, because I couldn't live with both of my babies having it.
I couldn't have found anyone stronger than her. are willing to do what she does, but I hate putting all that stress on her. Her having to take care of me and a newborn baby. But she's strong.
Like so many mothers and fathers, they have high hopes for their child. And it doesn't hurt to dream big.
Might be a doctor. You might find a cure for ALS.
With Casey now confined to a wheelchair, the family is struggling to get around. The Arvels say a wheelchair-friendly van or truck will give them mobility without having to physically lift the motorized wheelchair onto the back of their pickup. If you'd like to help, we have a link with the story on our website, wwltv.com.